Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. And in today's video, guys, I want to preview this Montreal Masters final that we have ahead of us just a couple of hours from now between Rafael Nadal against Daniel Medvedev. The world number 2 against the world number 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think Daniel Medvedev is currently in the world number 9 ranking. So, who do I believe will win this battle? Daniel Medvedev is going with pretty big confidence in this final against Rafa Nadal. I just read his post-conference after this match, after his match against Karen Khachanov, which he won in straight sets, I believe. Yeah, Daniel defeated Karen Khachanov in straight sets. He said that I'm feeling pretty confident. So if I'm playing like I'm doing, I don't think that Rafa will have an easy time against me. I think it will be a big battle. That was Daniel Medvedev's words after the Karen Khachanov match. So, and I believe him. I think that Daniel Medvedev, we really should start taking him seriously now. And I'm doing that, even though I haven't have him as a big contender to win. Of course, not Grand Slams, absolutely not. But not even in the Masters. I haven't him as a big contender. Before this event started, when I did my preview a week ago, I didn't have Daniel Medvedev even on my top 3 list. You who follow my channel could probably remember that I had Tsitsipas, Thiem, and Rafa, my top 3 favorites in this event 1 week ago when I did my preview Montreal Masters. So, but of course I know Daniel Medvedev. Of course I have noticed what he has done this year. He has defeated Novak Djokovic in Monte Carlo a couple of months ago in that quarterfinal. He was playing a semi-final in Monaco, his best performance in the Masters. Besides this one in Montreal, this Montreal final now against Rafa is of course his best performance. It is his first ever Masters final for Daniel Medvedev. But before that, it was that semi-final spot in Monaco where he lost against Lajovic. And he has won a title, Daniel Medvedev, this year. He won I don't know where, but he has won 1 title so far this year, Daniel Medvedev. So I think in Bulgaria he has won 1 title this year. I'm not quite. It is a 250 class tournament at least. It is not a 500 class tournament or a Masters, of course. I think that Daniel has won a title already this year, and it is a 250 class tournament. All in all, Daniel Medvedev has won 4 titles in his career, 3 last year and 1 this year. So he is the upcoming next gener. He is showing good result. He's consistent, my friend. He was in Washington final last week, lost to Kyrgios there, and now he's playing his another final just 1 week later, a bigger final. Obviously, it is a Masters final now. So, and he will give Rafa a big battle. He will do it. But will he defeat Rafa Nadal? No, I don't think he will do it. Even though I would not be deadly surprised if he defeated Rafa, because I have seen Daniel Medvedev this week, guys. I'm impressed. What makes Daniel Medvedev so difficult to beat is that he is so deadly solid from the baseline. He barely misses any shots. He is striking the ball so clean. He is so good ball striker, guys. He is so good ball striker. He can just give blow after blow, both with his forehand and with his backhand from the baseline, and he can stand out there from a hole. He can barely do it in a day, guys. In 1 day, in 7, 8, 9 hours, he doesn't care. He doesn't miss. That is his biggest strength as a tennis player. His consistency from the baseline. He barely misses any shots. Against Karen Khachanov in yesterday's semifinal, he only did 4 unforced errors in that first set. Only 4. He did a superb first set. But in the second set, he did more. He did 18. So in all, he landed 22 unforced errors against Karen Khachanov. So he did clearly a worse second set. And Karen Khachanov, he played a better second set as well. He pushed Daniel more. But what I want to say is that Daniel Medvedev, he doesn't give points for free. That's for sure. But now he's facing another player who gives Daniel Medvedev his own medicine. Because Rafa is famous to not give points for free as well. So this matchup feels like Daniel Medvedev is facing a better version of himself. And that's why I believe Rafa will win this final tonight. And that's why I believe Rafa will defend for the first time in his career a title who is not a clay court tournament. Because I don't know if you guys know it, but Rafa has never defended a tennis title which is outside clay court tournaments. We all know that Rafa has been able to defend a lot of clay court tournaments before in his career. French Open, Monaco, Rome, Madrid, Barcelona, you name it, friends. You name it, my friends. But he has never defended a hard court title or a grass court title. And I really think this will be the one now. For the first time that Rafa will do it. I think that. Am I 100% sure that Rafa will win against Daniel Medvedev? No, I'm not 100% sure. It is sport. You can never be 100% sure. But I am 80% sure because I think that I am very impressed from Daniel Medvedev. Daniel Medvedev is for me, so far this year, he's the best next-gen player so far. He's better than Zverev so far. He's better than Tsitsipas. Is he better than Dominic Thiem? No, not quite. Dominic Thiem has won a Masters 1000 title this year. He won in Indian Wells, and that has Daniel Medvedev not done. So, but for me, he's more consistent than Tsitsipas. He's more consistent than Zverev. He's been out of the picture for many months now. I don't even want to talk about Zverev. I don't want to waste my time about Zverev. That guy, he has he has a lot of things to figure out in this tennis game. I don't want to talk about Zverev. And Tsitsipas, I am starting to lose confidence in that guy. I am starting to lose confidence in that guy. He is like this. Daniel Medvedev is like this. He's consistent, Daniel Medvedev. He's consistent. He doesn't lose first or second round matches often. He does it as well, but not as often as Tsitsipas and as Zverev. And to some point, Thiem as well. But Thiem has won. He has won a big title this year. So he has won Indian Wells, like I said. But so Daniel Medvedev, he can trouble Rafa. He really can. He has the game style that can trouble Rafa. He is good from the baseline. But Daniel Medvedev feels to me like a version of David Ferrer. We all know that David Ferrer he never missed from the baseline. We all know that David Ferrer he could run in a whole day in a tennis court. He never got tired. The same with Daniel Medvedev. We all know that David Ferrer, he was a big competitor, and Daniel Medvedev is that as well. But Daniel Medvedev, so Daniel Medvedev feels to me like a version of David Ferrer, and we all know that he almost always defeated David Ferrer. Not always, but almost always. Rafa was the superior in that head-to-head against David Ferrer. But so now he's facing a version of David Ferrer, because Daniel Medvedev, he's solid, he's consistent, but he lacks a big, huge weapon. Yes, his strength is from the baseline, but he doesn't have a huge forehand. He doesn't have a huge backhand. His serve is good, but his serve is not huge. It is good, it is solid, but he lacks a huge shot in his arsenal. And to be able to defeat a player like Rafa, I feel that you have to have a huge shot. And because Daniel Medvedev will challenge Rafa from the baseline. He will do it. I know that we will have a brutal long rallies, I believe. But Rafa has the weapons. He has a huge forehand, Rafa, and Rafa will unload that forehand at least more than 5 to 10 times or 15 times in the whole match. And will Daniel Medvedev be able to defend from Rafa's forehand? I don't think so. And Rafa, he's solid. He will not give Daniel Medvedev 3 points like Karen Khachanov did in the first set yesterday. So I think that Rafa will defeat Daniel Medvedev, but I don't think that Rafa will have an easy time. I think Rafa will win in straight sets, maybe in two close sets. This is their first match, guys. They have never faced each other, so it is not so easy to predict this one because they have never faced each other. So this is their first match ever in they're facing each other. So we don't have so much to stats or what they have done in previous matchups because they have never faced each other before. So, but my feeling is that Rafa will be too solid, too consistent, too heavy with his forehand. I have not been dead impressed from Rafa either, to be quite honest, guys. He has been solid. He was not impressing on me against Fognini in that first set. Absolutely not. Rafa was playing too far back from baseline. He was returning too weak. He was hitting his backhand too weak. He was not impressing me against Fognini in that first set. Absolutely not. But then he destroyed Fognini in the second and the third set. So Rafa can be beaten. Absolutely. And Rafa, what I have seen from Rafa in Montreal, Rafa will never win US Open with that game. He can forget to beat Djokovic and Federer, especially Djokovic. With this game I've seen from Rafa in Montreal. He can forget that. Rafa has to play better in US Open to win US Open, to beat players like Federer and Djokovic. He has to play further to the baseline. He has to return better. He has to hit his backhand better. He has to hit his shots deeper, closer to his opponent's baseline. So, but that is another discussion. But will this Rafa level be enough to beat Daniel Medvedev? I think it will be enough. I think so. I am not sure. You can never be sure in sports. But my feeling is that Rafa will be too solid, too consistent, too heavy with his ground strokes, especially with his forehand. And that will be too much for Daniel Medvedev to handle. So I think Rafa will win his 35 Master 1000 title, his 83 title overall, and Rafa will defend for the first time a tennis title outside clay for the first time in his career, because he has never done it before. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.